Well, some huge story coming in from the Telegraph, and that is Telegraph Daka, known as James Daka, as far as United Takeover is concerned, as the Glazers are really undecided on who should take over Manchester United. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I go by the names of Rock and David, and this is the channel that brings you strictly Manchester United content all over the world. We are discussing Bruno Fernandes coming out and giving his flowers to Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. He has gone ahead and explained to us as to why that central defense partnership is really one of the best that has seen United get back to where we had failed to reach last season. And Marcus Rashford, Miguel Dilney, has come out and revealed to us his anticipations in the remaining 4 games of the season that United is yet to play against Bournemouth, Chelsea, Fulham, and the final of the FA Cup, where Man City is, and it's his second finale to play, having beaten a team called Real Madrid yesterday by 4-0. Now, let's set the ball rolling. Now, James Daka, he's a correspondent of United for the Daily and Sunday Telegraph, has confirmed to us that Man United takeover saga could remain unresolved until the end of the Premier League season, with the Glazers still undecided on various contenders after 6 months. Get that word 6 months to sink into your head. The takeover of Chelsea just took like 3 months, from March, April, I think, and May. But it had lots of things to be resolved to see to it that it really happens. But right now, we are in a situation that we are really being on the mercy of the Glazers. Something that we should really come out and call out day in, day out, because you can't tell me that you are taking 6 months to discuss a deal to take over a club of Manchester United that has been here for a lot of time, and you're only having 2 bidders coming in through to take over the club, and the Glazers are still undecided, to show you how long we can go. Because if at all you say that until the end of the Premier League season ends on the 28th of May, to show you that we can go even further, a bid has been put in 2 days ago by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani of £5.5 billion. That's it. What does that insinuate? It insinuates that even another bid can be brought in by Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And every time a bidding process has taken place, the Glazers have taken close to 3 or 4 weeks. That is close to a month, meaning that having gotten a bid in this week, we might find ourselves in the 2nd week of June getting a reply on what a decision is going to be onto that bid that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani put in. And it shows you that things are really out of the hands of the Rain Group and the hands of the Glazers. The Rain Group finds itself in a situation of going all out, and dancing to the tunes of the Glazers by not getting the bid of the Qataris that was submitted this week. The Qataris talked to the Glazers directly and submitted the bid to the Glazers, not to the Rain Group. So it shows you that the Glazers are playing this at their own tempo. They don't feel like there is a rush for that to get done and dusted to get our transfer window running as supposed to be running. So it shows you how ugly it is for the club of Manchester United and the Glazers too. Now, James Daka has continued to let us know that talks with Sir Jim Ratcliffe have been increasingly encouraging, but there has been no clear indication from American families in a circle that they are ready to declare the Ineos owner a preferred bidder. So, this is where it comes to me, to my understanding, that I think the Glazers want out. They want out, and they are using Sir Jim Ratcliffe to see to it that they put pressure onto the Qataris and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to go out and really find themselves in a situation of really getting pressurized by the Glazers. So I think Ineos is being used as a bait, for the Qataris to raise their money. Remember, when the Qataris put in a bid of close to £5 billion, they said they won't be ransomed. They won't be put in a situation of pressure to dance to the tunes of the Glazers. And what the Glazers did for the previous 2 weeks, after the deadline day of the 28th of April, they just went into the news and laid out stories that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been the preferred bidder that they've chosen to take over Manchester United, as is willing to pay 50% and then keep the Glazers around with their 20%. Now, what are the results? The results were simple. Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, his father, called Avram Glazer to Mayfair, and after the meeting the previous day, the following day, on Tuesday, we got a story that was breaking that a bid of £5.5 billion has been put in by the Qataris. And to me, I would come out and really give the Qataris some advice. I think it's better they went on to really pay £6 billion. Trust me, where things are, they'll have to pay the amount of money the Glazers want to surrender this club to them. Because if you tell me that you've been able to raise £5.5 billion as the bid to get the full sale of Manchester United done and out of the way, then if another story is really ran by the Glazers that they feel like Ineos' bid is the best, don't you think it will be easy for them to add just £0.5 billion to really make it 6 and obviously see this club take over or taken over? So that's why I've told you that I believe this process might even end towards the end of June, because the Glazers are going to pump out more stories of Sir Jim Ratcliffe being the preferred bidder, such that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani tops up the remaining £0.5 billion to take over the club of Manchester United. So that's why I'm really a little bit worried about the takeover of Manchester United and how far it's really going to take, because it looks like the Glazers are just not even bothered of the process of the duration of the process of the takeover of the club. They are so much okay with what is happening at Manchester United, and for them all they want is money and they march out. And that's where I come in through and I tell you, for me, right now, in the situation that we are into, I don't mind about how long it takes, but my immediate demand is simple. The Glazers should be taken out. Whether the process takes a year, whether it takes 2 years, we want them out, and the rest will be history. Then Telegraph Dhaka concluded this by saying the prospect of a preferred bidder being declared this week has been ruled out entirely. Key figures say they are now hopeful but not certain that the process can be resolved by the end of the month. Now, let's keep all hands in there for you, as Fabrizio Romano came out and told us that in 10 days from last Monday, things will happen. And guess what has happened? It has been all about a bid being put in by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. So let's wait and see what is going to happen at the end of this month. That is, I think by next Sunday, next Sunday, because next Sunday is going to be 28th. We'll have to know what exactly the Glazers have come on and really put their final thoughts on as the takeover is going on. Now, Fabrizio Romano, not Fabrizio Romano, this is Bruno Fernandes. To me, he's the captain of Manchester United. That's it. And he has told us that the many matches Lisandro Martinez has played with Rafael Varane at his side have gone well. Rafael Varane is a very calm player. They are like water and wine. They complement each other very, very well. That is Fabrizio Romano Bruno Fernandes coming out and really letting us know about this central defense partnership. And we all know that it's because of us losing them that has seen us be into this battle that we have to win 2 more games to go into the Champions League, going out of the Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, the game of Sevilla. You know how it really went down when Rafael Varane walked off the field of play in the in the 45th minute. Lisandro Martinez, 84th minute, found himself on the field of play, and United found themselves in a position of really losing out such a fixture. So he is really so much on point, and it really makes me happy when a player comes out and recognizes the players that we've always on again and again have come on here and really referred to as the spine of this team. The spine of Manchester United has been the back five. David De Gea, Luke Shaw / Malacia, Dalot / Aaron Wan-Bissaka, then Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, and Victor Lindelof. That's been the spine of this team, and it really makes me happy when Bruno Fernandes comes out and really drops such a hint onto how spineful these players have been. They've been so much integral to an extent that the entire club of Manchester United knows it, that when we lost them, we were no longer the same. That's why we all celebrated the return of Rafael Varane, because we know there is a very huge game to play, the FA Cup finale, that should put the treble of Man City to an end. Because yesterday they knocked out Real Madrid. They are into the Champions League finale, of which I know they are really having a lot of chances to win, and they are favorites to win that Champions League trophy. For the Premier League, it's done. Only one win out of the remaining 3 games. That means they are all over the treble, and we need to stop them. And how do you stop them? By having Rafael Varane into that central defense as a leader and a commander that Bruno Fernandes has gone ahead to really give his props, alongside a player known as Lisandro Martinez, whose season came to an end. He will be returning onto the 5th of July as United commences its pre-season. Now, Marcus Rashford is another one that we are really having into our mix today, and we've been told by Chris Wilder, who is a football writer for the Daily Mail, that Marcus Rashford hopes to be a variable for Manchester United's remaining 3 Premier League games and the FA Cup final against Man City, after returning to training. And welcome back, Marcus Rashford. I'd love to see him hit 30 goals this season. That's it. He's having 29, and I would love to see him really do that. And I know he's really so much pivotal and integral in our season, and I know that he should use these remaining 3 games against Chelsea, Bournemouth, and Fulham to really gauge enough match fitness as required, because even before he found himself injured and missing out on the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers at Old Trafford, I think he was nowhere near his levels. So we pray to it that he finds his levels, because the most important game that we are left to play this season, according to me, it's against Man City in the finale of the FA Cup, and we would love to see him do the needful and obviously coming in through and winning this beautiful game of football, because I understand him, Martial, and Anthony, if at all they are in full blossom with Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, and Casemiro in that midfield with Bruno, we can really give Man City a game into the final of the FA Cup. So guys, your thoughts onto the Glazers Undecided on who should take over Manchester United are welcome in the comment section below. Then Bruno Fernandes giving props, all giving Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez their props. Do you 100% believe in what he is saying? And lastly, what do you think about Marcus Rashford gearing up for the remaining 4 games of this season? Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Have a nice evening, my mates. Ciao, ciao.